inaabang sa TV sa'yo?
Kasi ano na naman kami. Coffee is more than just a drink. It is a science, a culture, an economy, an art, and a passion. Well, be it a newbie or a coffee expert, there's always a lot to learn about coffee. And for me, the first time I read the history of coffee again, read it again, what struck me the most is how coffee became the beverage that it is today, the story behind it, before it became a beverage, how they treated coffee, how they discovered coffee. So I want to look back at the history of coffee in terms of, through the lens of the history of Ethiopia. So we already know about the history of how coffee was discovered, right? When Calvi, who apparently was a musician as well, discovered his goats. When he was trying to call them, he was playing his flute. I think there's an instrument, his pipe. But he got used to having his goats coming back after he plays his pipe. However, there was one time that Calvi tried to call them, but they didn't come back. The reason for it is because of that coffee, that special shrub with these coffee cherries that they tasted. Pero there's more to that than just the Calvi story. When it comes to science and discovery in Ethiopia, coffee cherries were first chewed by the natives, and then they tried to grind the beans and mix it with fat to create an energy bar. And then with the leaves, they tried to boil it with hot water and created a weak kind of tea. And then with the cherry pulp, they fermented it for wine. And then with the husks, they tried to lightly roast it to create something, a sweet beverage called kishir. Those are just a few types of ways of how they make use of coffee compared to being a coffee that we know today, which is just the one that we hot water using the grounds. So there. When it comes to culture in Ethiopia, Ethiopia's coffee culture is very rich. They have this coffee ceremony wherein they welcome their guests by first heating up a special clay pot where they put charcoal and then frankincense to create a head odor. A head, parang, how do you explain it? Parang yung amoy niya nakaka-relax. Something like that. Like Tagalog coffee. And then, they prepare the wife, while the husband, the host, is talking to the guests. The wife is trying to prepare the coffee, the sun-dried coffees, by removing the parchment before she washes it. And then, with a 1 feet diameter tray, it's like a metal tray, they put the coffees there and then they roast it for a few minutes. When it turns into cinnamon brown, that's when the first coffee begins, like the usual roasting process that we do the day. And then when it turns to golden brown, that's the time when the wife gets the coffee and grinds it using the mortar and pestle, and then they boil it again using another clay pot with hot water. So that's the culture that Ethiopia has when it comes to drinking coffee. Now, with the economy, coffee being an economy in Ethiopia, Ethiopia became okay. Coffee has been the backbone of the Ethiopian economy. In Africa, Ethiopia is one of the largest. It's the largest actually. It's the largest coffee producer in the continent. And then in the whole world, it is the 5th largest coffee producer. And what's good about the economy in Ethiopia, coffee helps 15 million Ethiopian farmers, which comprises 16% of the population in the country. That's how helpful coffee is in the economy of just the sole country of Ethiopia. Now when it comes to art and passion, that's where Starbucks comes in. from the Ethiopian coffee, the simple Ethiopian coffee that is usually washed processed, we have here Ethiopia Sidamo. This is a naturally processed coffee with a dark roast and origin from Africa and low acidity. Now, I want us to try this cup by first smelling the dry aroma of Ethiopia Sidamo. And I prepared this one from a plastic filter. Sama ko siya. Parang meron ako na.
Pinapatry.
For me, when I try to smell the dry aroma of the coffee, there's a little bit of chocolate, but for me, there's a kind of an herb flavor. I don't know what it is. Pero parang meron siyang fruit bit.
Try nyo ganun. May parang pagka-maas. No.
Mamasingkot mo yung ano.
Parang herb na, parang natuyo na.
Ay, na-try mo ganun eh. Meron siyang parang yung cherries, parang ganun.
Alam mo yung parang nakakatusok siya na smell.
Naamoy niya. Yung doon, saktong-saktong amoy ng cherry.
Talaga yung
Parang meron akong nalunok na.
Pumasok sa ito.
yung amoy ng ng fruit and nut bar ng
Yung parang sa cranberry nga po na aboy ko eh. Yung cranberry oatmeal.
Now let's try it with the brewed using the coffee. Para mas luwas yung fruit na.
mas ano siya.
Okay, you try it, PJ.
Share.
Share ko din, PJ.
Tumulog tayo, share yung tayo. Oo, mas naging ano siya. Parang ito mas chocolate. Yan mas
Like what you've sensed, there is a bit of a chocolatey aroma with the dry one, and then there are some partners who tried the dry grounds na meron ng smell ng cherry. But when you smell it as a brewed coffee, you already, parang mas nasa-sense ko yung cherry na flavor niya or yung fruit na flavor. Di ba ito? Chocolate na cherry. Ang mga PG.
Naamoy ko po nga parang yung pong bagong nga po ng cranberries, ewan ko po.
Alam mo yung dinidescribe mo before, PJ, na yung pag inopen mo ng pagkakas?
Yung parang balat na puti. Pag po yun.
Parang ganun. Okay, anyway, sige, indulge natin and let's try the... Sorry na-discover. Due to its natural processing method, they tried to dry the coffee still with the pulp, not unremoved, diba? That's why there is this kind of winey, fruity, cherry-like flavor. Para may pagka-wine. I remember the taste of our 65% dark chocolate. And then this coffee is also straightforward. It doesn't have any acidities on the sides. You don't feel any acidity. Pero it lingers at the back part. Pero parang dun sa dulo meron din. Dun sa tip ng tongue. Maybe because of the sweetness of the fruitiness of the coffee. Sarap pala siya.
Chocolate na ako my first.
As you finish drinking the coffee, there's still this aftertaste. Na parang when you taste dark chocolate, especially the one that we have here in the store, yung 65% dark chocolate. Then parang meron pa rin flavor ng Para talaga siyang ano eh, parang uniform yan. I sense a white flavor. They said that Ethiopia Sidamo is has the flavor of dark cherry and black cherry and dark chocolate. And then the complementary flavors for this is cherries and chocolate. Berries and chocolate. So anything similar is good for this coffee.
Pag dark chocolate na.
Para mas masarap siya with dark chocolate. Now, it's always a question with among the partners why we try to read about the history of coffee, right? Like sometimes, why do I have to learn about the backstory? Well, as I've written here, well, the coffee is good, right? The story that I've told you about the culture of Ethiopia, the science behind this discovery of the brewed coffee, and then the economy of Ethiopia. Well, the story is also good. But again, why do we study the coffee's history? It helps us understand the change and how the society we live in came to be, and how the past causes the present and so the future. If the past always determines the present. Diba? Like, if in case that we haven't discovered the coffee tree, Kali hasn't discovered, as they say in the legend, how will it undergo innovation? And how will our coffee roasters be able to discover different types of coffee coming from different coffee regions? Yeah. Maybe the discovery of coffee during the history is what is the reason why there are so many temptations dun sa story, sa history ng coffee, temptations, pagtatraidor, mga kung ano-ano, sorry na ba?
Mga ano.
Kumbaga, the inquisitiveness or yung curiosity, ayan, that's what struck the curiosity of people. Why the coffee spread throughout the world, all over the world, is the curiosity of what this coffee is, of what this cup is, what this type of fruit is. So I hope that I made justice when it comes to reading about the history of coffee. I hope that Anna, you learned something more about the history of coffee, especially the birthplace, which is in Ethiopia. And I hope you enjoyed the coffee tasting. Thank you.
Thank you.